Well, I started this video twice. The first time I had somebody call me 3 times and picked up. The second time I had somebody call me 3 times and pick up. And neither time was really imperative. It was just they called. I wanted to make a video this morning just outlining exactly what we're doing. Because a lot of people are asking, why are we selling 11 horses? Why are these horses got to go? Why can't we just race them and see how they'll do? Well, in the case of the 2-year-olds, I can tell you why. Because they're not good enough. I'm not going to put a horse on the track that is not good enough. Especially now, I could be like every other business and say, oh, the cost of fuel and labor just costs so much to get them there. No, we can get them there. We can race them. Like a horse like Baylou's Control. Nice horse. There's not a place in Ontario right now he can win. And that's sad because he just won a mile and 2-1 come after like 58. But he can't win a maiden. He might win a maiden at like Clinton, Hanover. Something like that. That's possible. I'm not going to truck him all the way up there to potentially see if he can do in a maiden in Hanover. Just not. We have people all the time making reference to when we first opened the stable, and it was, and how we seem to be moving away from own a little, love it a lot. Not at all. You can still own a little. We just want you to love it a lot more. I'm trying to do my best to understand. It's difficult. This game is changing. But I'm doing my best to put horses on the track that can do good. I've told our trainers all the time, do not put the horses in if they can't win. That's not putting added stress on them. That's just asking them to pay very close attention to the job at hand. Job at hand is to train the horses, have them prepared and ready to go, and then we'll find a class to race them in. And if we can't, one of 2 things has to happen. Horse has to go to a different jurisdiction. The horse has to be sold. Now, when it comes to a horse like Stonebridge Simba, we've had him forever. He's a 20 claimer. That's what he is right now. But in a 20 claimer, he'll be claimed immediately in Saratoga. And quite frankly, he might be worth more than $20,000. I can tell you what he's not. He's not worth less than $24,000 to us. So there will be a reserve of $24,000 in Stonebridge Simba. Levitor, same type of thing. He's a 25 claimer. That doesn't have a 25 claimer to race in right now. Doesn't. I just think he's worth more than where we would have to price him. I don't think he can do in a straight preferred 2 at Grand River. Tough horses. I have zero interest in racing him 3 times in the preferred 2 to get beat up only to drop down into the preferred 3 and race for what, $7,000 or $8,000. So every 4th start we get to win going for 8. No thanks. But all we want to do is have horses that can at least have a chance to compete on a consistent basis, right? I have zero, and I need to make this abundantly clear. If it was possible to have less than 0 interest in racing a horse that can compete every 4th week, that's what I would have. We have the biggest stable in Canada. And just to reiterate this so everybody understands, if we cut our barn in half, we would have the 2 biggest stables in Canada. And the reason that we had so much luck this year, it wasn't that we somehow had a magic potion. Somebody cast a spell on us. No, it's because we became very fluid, very nimble, very quick on our feet. The ability to buy and sell, move horses around is imperative. If they can't fit here, they'll fit somewhere else. I can find a class for Levitor. We can race Stonebridge Simba in that 20, and he will win. More than likely, if he draws inside of 5, probably. But I also want to sell the horses at the right time and buy the horses at the right time. Levitor was a $17,400 purchase. I just think we've done a tremendous job managing our barn this year. That's what we've done. And it's shown up on the track. Everywhere. And I think that is what the stable has become. Yes, we'll have people all the time say, Anthony, you sold this horse or you're selling this horse, and it just feels like you're getting away from own a little, love it a lot. We are getting away from just own a little and love it a lot because we're doing much better. You can own as little as you want and love it a lot more now. And there are times, I'll granted, I will be completely upfront with everybody. There are times where I go to bed and I wake up and I'm like, were we premature in selling that horse or buying that horse? Everybody's going to have second guesses, second thoughts. That's just human nature. But at the end of the day, we have to do what's right for the horses, what's right for our clients. I'm just watching this perfect timing. Una Madonna just come on the track. 1 second. That's Una, right? Well, you only have 2, don't you? Yeah, I'll have her. I'll make sure she's ready. Hey, Johnny. Oh, as I was saying, it's a bit chaotic this time of year. A bit is a bit of a stretch. It's really chaotic this time of year. We're trying to get our horses moved around and situated in the right place. And this is indicative of what I was just saying on a smaller scale. We're not selling the horses that are going to different jurisdictions, but we need to make sure they're there at the right time. So back to what I was saying, I need everybody to understand that I'm trying to do the best I can for everyone. And I've told everybody this from day one, and this will never change. I treat everybody's money like it's mine, right? What would you do right now? And at least that way, when I go to bed, if I've made a mistake, right, or I'm not certain about something, at least I know that I did what I would have done if it was mine. And that's the best I can do. So, for the people that are in business with us that maybe don't like the direction we're taking, I can honestly say that I do everything I do in the barn with, 1, the utmost respect for our clients, and 2, with the realization that there is a right way to move forward and a wrong way in my mind, and this is the direction I believe we should be going in. Rather than keeping May lose control for 8-10 starts. We've done this. Go back and look. You guys, in fact, we did it with his sister. Keep them for a long time until they're virtually worth nothing. We've proven they're not worth that much. And then we sell them for nothing. I just think I chalk it up to learning from my mistakes. And I think that that's the fairest way to put it. So when we move forward as a group together, it isn't that I'm become callous or I don't care or I'm playing fast and loose. It's quite the opposite. I've learned to recognize what will and will not work and address it in a quicker fashion. And that's where we're at with the stable. So we're going to have a lot more cool things going on this fall. Also, when it comes to the babies, listen, the babies we toted for the last 2 months, I just had this conversation with James. The babies that we've toted for the last month look like they're showing up. Every year we usually have a couple that just fizzle out. Doesn't seem that way. The ones that we know aren't that good, keeping a very close eye on them. We're going to start moving some of those horses out. The other horses are going to fit into their proper jurisdiction. Man, we should have a great year. It's been a great start to the year. We have 4, 5, 6 horse open trotters. 4, 5, or 6 open trotters. We have an open pacer. We've been extremely fortunate this year. And I guess fortunate isn't the proper word. You allowed me to buy good horses, and that's exactly what I did. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. So there's always going to be that churn, right? We're going to try and move the bottom part of the stable on and continue to build on the top. And it isn't that we're changing our model. I guess we're accelerating it. That model is still in place. We're just moving a little more aggressively with it. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. So for those of you out there that feel slighted because some of these horses are moving and you don't feel that we've explored all avenues yet, please keep in mind that if I feel we have, it's likely because we have. And don't be shy to send me a message. Pick up the phone and say, hey, Anthony, what went into you deciding that May Lose Control or Twin Cedars All-Star or Captain in the Air needed to leave right now? What went into that? I'm just, I'd like to know. Because you should know. Captain in the Air has a bad attitude. And yes, he has talent, but he's got a bad attitude, and that will not get you anywhere in this game. In life in general, but definitely in this game. Twin Cedars All-Star feels frail, and he's not as good as the other 2 colts. So if we're racing in one jurisdiction with one staking program, and we have 3 for it, And the third one is quite a ways behind the front too. You do the math. And then may lose control. Nice horse. Much like his sister was. Nice little horse. Just not a stake horse. And it's not just that he's not a stake horse. He's not going to be an effective horse. Not for us, not in my opinion. The same goes for the horses we're selling. Frosty Trouble, yes, we just bought him. I was hoping he was a Buckeye horse, but Buckeye looks deeper than I thought it would. And the fair that I thought he was staked into, I'm not even sure he is now. One of our clients said, I don't see his name on the list. Now, I can go back and look, but I'm almost certain that he's staked in Southern Ohio, but I have to double check that. I like for the fairs. But again, there's a horse. Once he gets out of this class, hopefully we win tomorrow. Once he gets out of that class, now he's in trouble. So I'm just trying to stay ahead of the landmines that might be waiting for us down the road. So that's where we're at with this. I don't need to drone on about it 11 minutes about talking about the same thing I always talk about, but I do want to make sure I feel that I'm not articulating myself well enough for people to still send me messages, say, Anthony, why? Why are we doing it this way? It feels like you're getting away from your core. We're not. In my mind, we're just being a little more aggressive and accelerating the slower parts, the things that we needed to do better, understanding, recognizing talent and the lack thereof, and addressing it immediately. I think the core is still there. We're just doing it in a much more efficient manner. So please, as I said, send me a message if you have any questions. We have a lot of things going on. We have staking, we have sales, we have horses leaving jurisdictions and going to other places. I have lots of answers for all your questions. So please don't hesitate to send me a question. All right? Hope you guys are having a great day. It is another beauty of a day here in Ontario. I can't wait. Going over to school for horses today. First time behind the gate, so to speak, for landing pad, landing strip. Sir Strong, More Than You Know. It should be a fun day. So I'll talk to you all soon. I do hope you have a great day, and I hope that this maybe alleviated some of your concerns and questions. If not, please feel free to message me. As I said, take care, everybody.